Hi guys, I just arrived in Krakow an hour ago and I'm just in their old town. I'm sure you heard some people shouting there saying greetings from Krakow. Just to let you guys know anyway, so the locals here call it Krakof and not Krakow, but most tourists call it Krakow because it ends with a W basically and not a F. So the locals call it Krakof. Anyways, we're in Old Town Krakow or Krakow, and it's really busy today. Today's a Monday and it feels like an actual weekend, which is very odd. But I suppose the reason why it feels really busy is because there are a lot of tourists around. So there's a huge tourist population here. Also, one thing I noticed about Krakow is everything here seems like it's set up for tourists, and that's quite similar to what I saw in Warsaw Old Town. And also the Old Town here is quite similar to the Old Town in Warsaw. So basically it's a mixture of old and new. If you've seen my previous video about Old Town Warsaw, I spoke about the fact that I've been to many old towns before and all of them are literally ancient looking, they look old. But in Krakow and Warsaw, their old towns are a mixture of old and new, literally. So it's a really weird one, but I like it. I suppose it's the modern old town basically, but you would expect an old town to be really old, if you know what I mean. So when I got here today, I was thinking, how do I get to Old Town? Do I catch a bus? Do I call an Uber? So before I did anything anyway, so I checked to see how long it takes to walk from the actual train station to Old Town. When I checked the walking distance, it was literally like 15-16 minutes walk. So I thought I might as well do some cardio and walk around and kind of see how things are. It's always better that way anyway, because when you catch an Uber, you don't have a feel of the town or of the area. So it's always good to kind of explore yourself and see how things are. So whilst I was walking anyway, so what I did was take note of how things are, and I was literally comparing the area to Warsaw. I would say in terms of how Krakow looks and how Warsaw looks, there's no significant difference per se, but I think Krakow is slightly different in the sense that people here seem more relaxed, and And I think the reason why is, although Krakow is classed as a major city, it isn't as hectic as Warsaw. So Warsaw is much more hectic. It is also the financial hub of Poland. So obviously you'd expect it to be mad busy. You know what I mean? But Krakow has like a laid back kind of atmosphere. Okay, so I spoke to a lady earlier, but she never wanted to appear on camera. So obviously you wouldn't see her on camera because I've got to respect people's privacy. She wanted to talk to me, but she never wanted to appear on camera, which is okay. So I'm still walking around Old Town. There's a lot to see today, so I think this actual video might be a long one. It might be at least half an hour, maybe. So I spoke to a local. She lives in Krakow, the lady that doesn't want to appear on camera, and what she said is Krakow.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you Polish?
Yes.
Oh, I want to
yes.
talk to Polish people. Good.
Yes.
Do you live in Krakow?
Krakow, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so have you been to Warsaw?
Warsaw.
Okay, you've been there, yeah? So do you prefer Krakow to Warsaw? Which one is better, Krakow or Warsaw? You don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know?
Warsaw.
Warsaw, yeah? You like Warsaw?
Krakow is beautiful, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do you do anyway? Do you work here? Do you work in Krakow, or are you a student? You go to school or?
Yes. School, yes.
School. Yeah. What's your name?
Kamil.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Do you have YouTube? Do you have YouTube on your phone?
Instagram?
Yeah, I've got Instagram. Okay, yeah, I could give you my Instagram.
Sorry.
Yo, you don't have
my
okay.
telephone.
Oh, you don't have the phone on you.
My Instagram is 70. Moment.
Take your time. We have all day.
70.
Don't worry, it's okay. Anyways, so you're from Krakow. You like Krakow,
yes.
But you think Warsaw might be better. Yeah?
Yes.
So Warsaw is bigger, there's more to do.
Yes, big.
Okay, so he's saying that Warsaw is bigger, you know, there's more to do in Warsaw, which I totally agree on. But I feel Krakow is good though. Krakow, people are more laid back. You know,
people,
yeah, they don't really care.
Yes.
They're having a good time, you know.
Yes.
Okay, let me leave you. Nice to meet you, yeah?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, take care, yeah?
Walton, where from?
London.
London, oh,
Yeah, England, yeah.
I saw in Elżbieta.
Is it? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, let me leave you, yeah? I need to go, yeah? Take care, yeah? Yeah, bye. Okay, so yeah, he's such a funny guy, yeah. So I asked him which is better, Krakow or Warsaw, and he said he doesn't know. But I've got a feeling that he likes Warsaw more. I think people like Warsaw more because it's a bigger city. But I think the tourists might like Krakow a bit more because it's got like a laid-back kind of atmosphere, basically, and yeah. And I think that's it anyway. But obviously people are going to have different views about what they think about Krakow and about Warsaw. Okay, so I've also noticed that the people here in Krakow approach you a lot, yeah? I never got that in Warsaw. So in Warsaw, people were just literally doing their own thing, minding their own business, and I suppose that's what you get in a big city. Like nobody wants to talk to anyone. Like everyone has a very busy schedule, so they're just focusing on the things they have to do. Okay, I'm going to have to turn around because I think I'm going to a dead end there. So I'm going to show you a bit more. There's a lot in the square. So they have a square, like, I've forgotten the name of the square, but there's a name for it. So I'll take you to the square area and kind of show you what they have here. But I must say I'm loving this old town. It's really nice. And I'm loving the people of Krakow. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, that lady I spoke to doesn't want to appear on camera, so I'm going to respect that. Yeah, the people here are really nice. So far so good. Not to say the people in Warsaw are not nice, they are nice, but I suppose they're very busy people. So there were a number of things I noticed in Krakow as well. So when I got here on my way to the square area, I did notice that they sell cannabis. It feels like Amsterdam in a way though, because I saw a number of places that were selling cannabis, and I found that really odd. So I spoke to the guy that works there anyway. I mean, I went to one of the shops and I asked the guy that works there, I said, listen, yeah, does your cannabis have THC? Because I just need to understand if, you know, if what you're doing is similar to what they do in Amsterdam, because the cannabis in Amsterdam does have THC. And he said, yes, they do have THC, but the percentage is really low. Also, he said people are allowed to buy cannabis as long as they have a receipt. So if you buy cannabis from there and you have a receipt and you get stopped by the police, then it's okay, it's totally fine. And I said, wow, that's amazing. I think a lot of the cities in Europe are kind of relaxing their laws. Also, when he said that, I checked on the internet to see what the laws are. And apparently in Krakow, you are allowed to smoke. However, you need to be careful because if you have a large amount of cannabis in your possession, then obviously you can get fined or possibly go to jail, depending on how much grams you have. But yeah, but I don't advise you to buy cannabis anyway. You know, you just need to be careful when you go to a different country. You just don't want to get in trouble or get arrested or get yourself in situations you don't want to get yourself into, basically. But it was quite interesting though, and I know a lot of countries are doing the same. I know the THC level in that one was really low, but if you go to America, for example, cannabis is legal in some states at the moment, so that's quite interesting. But I don't think that's ever going to happen in the UK though. The UK is so conservative. I don't think they would ever legalize cannabis. They might do in the next 100 years, but obviously I don't think I'll be alive to see that. Okay, moving on. As you can see, it's very busy. And for those that have been to Poland, I'm sure you know this already, the population of young people is crazy. Like, they have so many young people. It might just be that they like making babies here more. Who knows? But there's a lot of young people here, so that's quite interesting. Also, what I noticed is there were more foreign people in the old town in Warsaw, and the reason why I said, the reason why I say this is, in Warsaw, there were a lot of people speaking different languages. Yeah, I've been hearing, because you know I like being nosy. I always say this. Yeah, so I was listening to what other people. I was listening to people's conversations, and I realized that a lot of people here are speaking the local language. For those that have seen my previous videos, I am learning Polish, just the basics anyway. So I'm learning Polish, so I do understand some words they are saying. Yeah, so you know, it's quite interesting to know that. Okay, so in terms of what to do in Krakow, trust me, you don't need to worry about that. There's a lot to do. They have a lot of restaurants, and also they do have good food in Poland. So the food here is quite good. I went to a Polish restaurant in Warsaw yesterday because obviously that's where I'm based, The food was so good. It was so good, and the portions are good as well. So you know, I like my portions. Like, obviously I like fine dining, but sometimes it's really annoying. You spend like £200 on a meal and all you get is like a dot. Very annoying. But anyways, Polish food is really good. So make sure you try Polish food when you come around. Their dumplings was really nice, and they had the biggest dumplings I've ever seen. So normally when you buy dumplings, they're quite small. They are really small, not really small, but they're quite small. But the dumplings here are quite big, which I like anyway. So I totally recommend you have Polish food, and I think to all my young subscribers, you would definitely love it. You definitely love it here, and the reason why I say you would love it here is it's just got a very calm vibe. Like, it does feel like I'm in Amsterdam at the moment. I just don't know why I feel that way. It's got like a very relaxed vibe. You know, everyone is just laughing, chilling, you know, having good drinks. Also in Poland, you would see a lot of like American restaurants, like you'd always see in every part of Europe anyway. So I know some people have, you know, they have this view that Eastern Europe is not like, you know, it's not really westernized. Things are a bit funny there. Oh, why are you going to Poland? Which is what people told me when I was planning to come here. They were asking me, why are you coming here? Of all places to go to, why choose Poland? But let me tell you something, yeah? You never know what you can get in a country unless you get your bags and go there, yeah? You know, pick up your bags, get on the plane and explore, literally. If you don't go there and you're going by hearsay, you would think countries like France, Italy, Germany are the best places to be. Not to say they're not good countries. I've been to all those countries before, yeah? So I know they are good countries, and I've been there many times as well, aside from Germany, which I've been once too. But the other ones, Italy and France, I've been there twice. Or no, actually, France I've been there many times. Italy I've been there twice. And I would say they're quite similar, yeah? The only difference is the people. The people are different, and that's it. Nothing else. You know, everything else is the same, literally. And also the Polish people are they're very kind as well. And you can tell that they're quite conservative to an extent, because they don't like to overtalk. You know, they like to get to know the person they are talking to and understand them before they kind of open up to them. So so I kind of like that as well. I think sometimes it's always good to be conservative to an extent and not be too loud, or be you know, not be too loud or forward, basically. So yeah, so when you come here, try Polish food, obviously. Also try Polish beer. Their beers are lovely, trust me. And the percentage is really high. So the one I had yesterday was 8%. That was really strong. So their alcohol is quite strong. And also their customer service here is really good. So when you go to a restaurant, for example, you know, they'll take their time. You know, if you ask them for, you know, for help regarding the menu, they are willing to help. You know, they will recommend things that you can have as well, so that's good. They're basically not rude. So customer service, I would say, in Poland is lovely. So I'm definitely coming back here again. Like I said in my previous video, I need to come here for like a week to kind of see if there's anything else I missed in this trip. So moving on, they've got like some historical looking buildings as well, and you definitely expect this in any old town. I've noticed that they're into churches here, so I suppose people in Poland are very, very religious. That's what I'm thinking anyway, because there's a lot of churches, and their churches are quite massive. So when I went to the old town in Warsaw, they had a very big church there as well. And as you can see, there's a big church here as well. So I suppose they're quite religious. Obviously back in the UK, I mean in the UK we're quite religious there as well. But here the churches I've seen are crazy, like, you know, they're quite big. So that's good to see. So yeah, so I suppose if you're into things like that, like into architecture, or you're into museums and things like that, there's a lot to see in Poland. Obviously my time is restricted here, so I can't actually see everything that they have here. But if you take your time, I would say if you're coming to Poland, spend a week or a week and a half. I wouldn't recommend a full 2 weeks though, because I'm not sure if, you know, I'm not sure if that's okay, but I suppose a week and a half is okay. So you might want to try, I mean, you might want to spend a few days in Warsaw and spend a few days in Krakow. So this church, I suppose, might be a Catholic church, who knows? But I'm just going to move on because I've got limited time as well. So I need to go back to Warsaw tonight. My train is at 7:26. So I'll be catching a 7:26 train from Krakow railway station to Warsaw Central. In terms of how long it is, so it took me 3 hours 15 minutes roughly to get here, but going back is like 2 hours 10 minutes or so. So I suppose it depends on the train. Also I did get a first class ticket, yeah, to come here, and I'm obviously taking first class to go back. And the reason why I did that is, I'm not sure enough though, but the reason why I did that is apparently if you don't book a first class ticket, for example, you might struggle to find a seat, I was told, yeah. So because of that, I decided to obviously get a first class ticket, and it was quite cheap. So altogether it only cost me about 36 euros, or yeah, 36 or no, actually 40 euros, but 36 or 37 pounds altogether for a return ticket. So that's quite good though for a first class ticket. So if I was to get a Virgin train from London to a place like Coventry, I'll pay a fortune for that, yeah. And that's just on a standard ticket, yeah. So if I was to get first class, you're talking a minimum of like, let me say, a minimum of like £120 one way, yeah. So a return ticket might cost me about £240 minimum, basically. But here, first class ticket is cheap. And don't forget, we're talking a long journey here, we're not talking an hour. And Coventry from London is like, London to Coventry, let me see, it's about an hour on a Virgin train, and that's the quickest train. So this was the quickest train I got here as well, and it was quite cheap. So that's the beauty of Poland. Things are cheap, and quality as well. Like, it's not like things are cheap and you don't get value for money, yeah? Things are cheap and you get value for money, and that's why I love it here. So you get things that are cheap. Awesome. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you get things that are cheap, and obviously you enjoy those cheap things you get, which is quite odd. But in most Western Europe, I mean in most European countries in the West, if you're paying for something quality, it's going to be expensive, like there's no doubt about it. If you go to a place like Paris, for example, and you want to have a really good meal, you are going to pay a fortune. And when I mean a fortune, yeah, we're not talking, so if you want to have good food, proper good food in the center of Paris, yeah, you're talking minimum 150, 160 euros, yeah. But here, you can have a very good meal for far cheaper than that, yeah. probably less than £50 for a very good meal. So that shows you how cheap it is in Poland. But yeah, I think next time I come to Poland, I'm definitely going to spend more time in Krakow. I think I might even book a hotel in Krakow because I've kind of, you know, gone through all parts of Warsaw. I think I'm kind of used to Warsaw now. I could even call myself a citizen of Warsaw now because, you know, I know everything about Warsaw. But I think Krakow, I need a few days here to kind of look around, to kind of see how things are, and yeah, and spend more time here. And there's a lot to do in terms of nightlife as well. So for the young ones that like to party, there's a lot for you to do here as well. Also, I spoke to a guy around this area earlier. I think he was recommending a Polish restaurant to me, but I don't know where he is now. So I might have to have a lovely Polish meal before I go, because I have to. I don't want to go McDonald's or Subway. I need to have proper food today, because obviously I'm leaving tomorrow. So my flight tomorrow is around, I think my flight is at 6:20 or 6:30 tomorrow. So I still have like half a day to spend in Warsaw before I catch my flight. In terms of what flight I got, I did get a Ryanair flight from Stansted Airport to an airport called Warsaw Modlin Airport. So that's the airport I got my flight to. And the airport was kind of small anyway, but apparently that airport is the airport that's normally that airport is the airport that Ryanair normally lands in. The other airport, which is quite big and close to the center, because the one I landed in is quite far from the center. But the bigger one is closer to the center. So I never knew that anyway till later on after I booked the ticket. But it doesn't really matter anyway. It wasn't expensive to obviously get to my hotel from Warsaw Modlin Airport. So it wasn't that bad actually. So I've now left the old town area and I'm just walking around just to kind of show you how it looks like. So if you come to Poland as well, you would notice there's a lot of parks around. That's similar to the UK. So there's a lot of parks around. Let me show you. So there's a nice sitting area here. So you can have a good family time around as well.
Hello guy, what's up?
Are you Polish? Are you Polish?
No, we're Ukrainian.
Oh, okay. I was going to interview you if you were Polish, yeah, but it's fine, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I thought you were Polish, but they are from Ukraine. Yeah, so anyways, so you can have a nice family time around here, which is good. And you can tell, there's a YouTuber I follow, his name is I Am Marwa. He did say something and I thought, oh, hold on, he's just taking the piss, he's joking, yeah? But actually what he's saying is true. And that's why you have to come to a country by yourself. So he said he's noticed that the Polish people are very family oriented, yeah? And I totally agree with that, because if you come here, like, you can tell like they're all together, like everyone is just literally together. So you can tell that they take family seriously. Not to say they don't take it seriously in other places, but you just see more of that here. So there's a lot of family activities going on. You can see the mom and dad taking their son to the park, playing around. But I suppose you get that everywhere, because in the UK we're very family oriented as well, not to lie. But obviously I've been to many other European countries and I've not really noticed that. But I did notice it when I came here. Okay, moving on. So this is kind of the surrounding area. not far away from Old Town. Obviously I've showed you Old Town, so you kind of know how it is now. So it's a definite go-to place, yeah. So Old Town you have to go to. If you come to Krakow and you don't go to Old Town, then you've not been to Krakow. So you need to definitely go there. Okay, so I'm walking around the park. I need to find myself some lovely place to eat. I'm so hungry. So I had breakfast at the hotel today, but I didn't have a lot. I just ate a bit because obviously I had to catch my train. My train was for like 9:55 in the morning. So obviously I rushed. I had a quick breakfast and I called an Uber and I made my way to the train station. So I need to eat properly before I jump on the train back to Warsaw. And the reason for that is the journey is quite long. So it's very important that I eat properly before I go back, because my arrival time, or my estimated arrival time in Warsaw is around 10ish at night. So I'm just going to get there, probably get an Uber back to my hotel or walk to my hotel, because my hotel is not far away from the station anyway. I'll see how I feel. Then obviously get ready to shoot off to the UK tomorrow. To be totally honest, I don't feel like going back. Poland is so lovely. I'll definitely come here many times again. And I totally recommend this to everyone. Also, some countries I might be visiting soon are Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, probably Georgia and Azerbaijan as well. I need to go to all these countries that are not quite popular in terms of tourism, yeah? So I need to start going to these countries to have a feel for myself. So if anyone, you know, says, oh, Estonia is not the place to be, I could come back saying, hold on, have you been there? Because, you know, some people have not been to certain places and they just have, you know, they have it in their head that that place is not a good place to go to. Okay guys, I'm going to have to end it here. I've taken you to Old Town. You've seen the vibes in Old Town. You now know that Old Town is a place to be. Obviously I've showed you the Old Town in Warsaw as well. So I'm sure those that have seen my video in Warsaw, the Old Town in Warsaw, can tell that there are similarities between both, yeah? So they're quite similar. So I recommend you go to both anyway. So when you come over to Poland, make sure you visit Warsaw and make sure you visit Krakow as well. You know, come here for a full day. If you're based in Warsaw, come here for a full day and go back later to Warsaw, or you can spend the night here and vice versa. I think if you come here and you don't do both, you wouldn't be pleased. So I totally recommend that. For those that have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe. Really important. And the reason for that is you get all the notifications once I bring out a video. Also, it does help my channel. The more subscribers you have, it helps the algorithm as well. Also, make sure you like my videos, very important. What's the point of watching my videos and you like it and not actually like it on YouTube? What's the point of watching my videos as well and not subscribing? For you lot that don't subscribe, I don't understand why you don't do that. Also, make sure you comment as well. So if you feel, oh, he said something, oh, I just want to, you know, tell him my view, I just want to tell him how I feel about what he said, whatever the case may be, feel free to comment. No one is holding you, no one is stopping you. I'm quite an open guy when it comes to comments anyway. I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care guys.